Greetings, this is Warrior King, and the time has come for the lions and the lioness to tell their own story. This is the lion's voice. Give thanks and praise for the wonderful blessing that's been poured on me. Give thanks and praise. Jah use I as an instrument to set the people free. Jah give her the powers to chant. Jah give her the powers to chant. Rastafari, the lion's voice.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Rastafari.
Good morning, world. Europe, the whole of Africa, the whole of the Caribbean. You hear me now? Babylon knows some no sense, you know, idiot. Yeah, man, I'm in here, Lumba. This are the program speak out on your mind. That's a thing you want to say for the longest time. Hold on now. You hear me now? I'm not smart. I want to let go this Kansas City and I fight natural herbs. I want to watch it, you know. Watch it.
The year is 1892, and the land of Ethiopia has been experiencing 4 years of terrible famine and drought. They call it the Kikuken, or the evil days. At least 1/3 of the human population and 90% of the cattle have died. The hyenas have feasted on so many carcasses that they have become overweight and barely able to move. Just when the people could take no more of the evil days, a woman named Wasiro Yeshimabe is giving birth in a place called Erjersa Gora. This is her 9th attempt to bring forth new life. Her previous 8 attempts only resulted in death. Will this child live? Thankfully, a healthy baby boy is born. His first cries are drowned by thunder and lightning flashes across the night sky. The heavens open up and torrential rain starts to fall. Ethiopia's drought is over, and the baby boy is given the name Tafari, meaning one to be feared or respected. LIDJ Tafari's father, Ras Makunin, is a very important man in 1892 Ethiopia. Although he is overjoyed at the birth of his newborn son, he cannot spend much time with him. Ras Makunin is the governor of Harar and must get back to the famous walled city to deal with its affairs. Furthermore, he is the foreign minister of Ethiopia, and having traveled to different places in Europe, he is very aware of the material and military advances they have made and the looming threats they pose to his country. Ras Makunin knows that the majority of Ethiopians have no idea what is coming, and that he has to work that much harder to secure the realm. LIDJ Tafari would grow up to become the legendary emperor, Haile Selassie I. To understand his journey, we must first understand the Ethiopia that he was inheriting, and what it was like when he was born in 1892. Get your copy of Kwesi Bansu's book, Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings, and increase your knowledge about the history, politics, and culture of Ethiopia in 1892, and how it connects to the rest of African and world history at the time. Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1 is available for purchase at www.bookmanexpress.pub. Please visit for more information.
Reporting to you live from Lion Voice TV. We're outside the Clarkstone Court House. Mr. Greetings. Just a little word before you go in, please. Just a little word.
Well, we give thanks to Rastafari community coming out. Yeah, we feel a joy to see everyone out today.
Yes, blessings.
Yeah, man, because a long time ganja is Rastafari own.
Yes.
I mean, never expect say in 2024 we're gonna still find Rastafari get charged and prosecute and they are courthouse ganja. So me I say,
yes.
So me I say enough is enough.
Enough is
enough. I'm glad the family come out.
Yes.
Because we're tired.
Your thoughts?
Empress, yeah, I say, ganja for free, you know. Buy them, you know. See, them need to free themselves first, still.
Free themselves.
Natural. So that's how we expect them to do. From yes or going in. See, because the herbs done free to I and I. See, so want them realize and recognize and I know say it's free to I. See, so we need them now for free to themselves. See, so them realize and take it to themselves, free up themselves. Yes, sir, man. That with the pan.
That with the
Free
pan.
up the rights.
Yeah, respect each and everyone. Now we're here to really fight for the rights of every human rights. Peace and love and guidance. Peace and love.
Yeah. And I give thanks and praise to Rastafari to this legalization of ganja. Give thanks, Rastafari.
Blessings.
You want the right to be free. You're right to have the right to have ganja. Because we're right.
That's how we right.
Yes. Yeah.
Alright, blessings.
Full time with the herb free. Too much distress and destruction from batty rank from the herb.
That
We want to come out of that the kind of crisis.
we need to come
full
out.
time.
Alright?
Full time now we know to be and the herb free. Rasta and the herb be free. And the batty rank. Yes, Mrs.
Rastafari, Haile Selassie the first. Liberation for all nation, kingdom and tongue. Once and for all, now and forever. Death before dishonor. Justice with judgment. Lightning and thunder in a Rome city now. Liberation time. Selassie the first.
Rastafari.
Oh, me again. And I have a lot of things to say. For one reason, let me even think about this. Ganja. Rastafari has been the founder of ganja since we find upon King Solomon grave and Bob Marley them come telling about it. And now the white man come in and take away ganja. What we are tell them say our biggest medicine from how long, and then take away now and ganga and take you and want make how much money I fight and how much things I fight. And then one come tell we about sacramental rights and we not fi make no money off of free ganja. What we grew and we plant for much years Babylon a cut down with things and take away. Tired of it and now party. We want rights.
Right or wrong, Rasta and ganja go synonymous.
Okay.
Alright? In and. Married. Union. Alright?
Yeah, man. Blessed love Rastafari. Give thanks, you know. I'm gonna say, you know, it's a shame and disgrace for the government and the powers that might be receiving around you. So, no, say, of all the millions and billions of dollars the government make off of I and I Rasta, Minister of Culture and Tourist Industry. And for come know, say, the basic fundamental rights I and I have to make a financial or commercial development through ganja, which is I and I foundation. Because anywhere you go and see Rasta, you see ganja. Anywhere you see ganja, you see Rasta. Same place too. Two I is one and the same. Jamaican government from 1957 no say Rasta plan ganja for make money. And if you know say now in a 2024 Rasta not supposed to sell ganja. Fireborn. Fire. I and I have to stand up here right as both Rasta and black people if you know say this is I and I foundation, ganja, Rasta and reggae music round here, so. Yeah. Time for I and I stop take oppression and you know, and live up to I and I. Give thanks, you know, Rasta.
Blessings.
Good morning, world. Europe, the whole of Africa, the whole of the Caribbean. You hear me now? Babylon knows some nonsense, you know, idiot. Yeah, man, I'm in here, Lumba. This are the program speak out on your mind. That's a thing you want to say for the longest time. Hold on now. You hear me now? I'm not smart. I want to let go this cancer stick and I fight natural herbs. I want to watch it, you know. Watch it.
Tonight we have a special episode. We are going to be looking at what has been happening in Jamaica. We've been carrying it on this platform. There has been an attack against the Rastafari community and their use of sacramental ganja. Law enforcement has been targeting Rastafari sacramental spaces. The owners and administrators of these spaces are being arrested and locked up and charged with possession and dealing, meaning if you have a certain amount of over a certain amount of ganja, you're charged with dealing, the presumption of dealing. The Rastafari community is coming together to fight this injustice. 2015 amendment to the Dangerous Drug Act in Jamaica provides an exemption from the charge of possession for the adherents of the Rastafari faith. And, you know, therefore, if you're exempt because of your adherence to the Rastafari faith and there's no limit to the amount that you can possess, how is it now that ones can be charged with dealing if they're caught with over a certain amount that applies to those who are not covered under this provision? Also, the underlying issue is the right of Rastafari to create an economic ecosystem associated with the sacramental ganja. everything costs. These sacramental spaces provide herb for Rastas who are not farmers, who come from all tribe to gain their herb. Many of them leave contributions to the space for the herb, which is natural. You don't, go check a farmer and you don't give him anything and just expect to take. Under the current law, that is criminalized. So, although they have provided an exemption for inheritance of Rastafari faith, the entire levity of the system is still criminalized. Tonight's episode, we're going to go into, and this is exclusive footage provided here by the Lion's Voice.
Well, millions of Africans were stolen and taken in bondage and suffered terrible acts of terrorism. Well, millions of Africans were stolen and taken in bondage and suffered terrible acts of terrorism. Well, it's best that we leave out west, living in this life full of stress. Can't you see the government couldn't care less? Work every day, can't see no progress. So it's best that we leave out the west, living in this life full of stress. Can't you see the government couldn't care less? Work every day, can't see no progress. See them slave for paychecks. Work every day, grow old from the stress that pays. They're getting cold in the west. Remember we were bought and sold for gold down in the west. I check in my history and I see the sweat from our back to them country. Black people hungry still for the money. Them a robber, them a steal. Funny cause the slave got to face $100 bill for real. Y'all can act like it ain't a big deal, but I got to stand for the black. Color of my skin could have never changed that. No, the slave master thought y'all never talk back, but I must be back. And I see them on the war with Iraq, and my people them dying from the ears and crack. They lack basic things that they need, so they chase the Benjamins, living life second class citizens. Time to look within. Time for Haile, Selassie, King of Kings, and Ethiopia there from the beginning. Well, here change memories as it was, miss the soul of the people. So it's best that we leave out the west, living in this life full of stress. Can't you see the government couldn't care less? Work every day, can't see no progress. So it's best that we leave out the west, living in this life full of stress. Can't you see the government couldn't care less? Work every day, they still come to arrest.
The shores, beautiful faces, take me to the Niger to behold creation. Look at the lions and tigers. Mother Africa, so majestically attired. Crown from her head to her toe with gold and sapphire, platinum, copper, rubber, and manganese. Try to anciently along the ancient seas. Under the blue now fall sipping my ancient trees. Bathing in the hot springs, putting the structure of ease. Life is hell in the west, it's full time we all leave. $10 for a spliff, what's this? I'll be up in the garden cultivating my own dish. It's gonna be a beautiful thing to witness. 50 acres, growing up in East District. Yo, you going to Africa? Shouldn't even be asking me, cause I'm fed up of these colonizers taxing me. I see visions of Africa coming back to me, so it's time to move forward. Free the captives with these verses and chorus. Burn politicians, cause not one of them is for us. And yo, it's time for us to yacht up to Mount Zion. The door is open before us.
So it's best that we leave out the west,